Okay, so this is the first video of a series which I'm going to call What's in the Box. So I've got about 14 boxes which hold my entire puzzle collection and some accessories as well. So I'll be showing a box in each episode. So this one mainly holds all of my 3x3's, 2x2's, and I think maybe that's about it. But yeah, let's take a look inside. So I'm not going to talk about every single puzzle because that would make the video drag on. With a lot of these puzzles I may not really have anything to say about them anyway, so this is unscripted. I'm just going to say whatever comes into my head while I'm looking through the puzzles. So straight away we can see a Heshu 3x3 there. My first 3x3 speed cube was actually a Heshu 3x3, and I think it was exactly the same as this one except it was in black plastic. And you know, it's not really a bad cube. This particular one though, the tensions are very loose and I can't really tighten them anymore because the screws are already very tight, so that's kind of weird. The black one that I had with this, it wasn't like that. I was able to tighten the screws more and it wasn't too loose like this one. Here's another Heshu one. This is different because it's just really cheap quality, so it's quite a lot different from this one. And I would say this is probably the world's worst ever 3x3. It's absolutely terrible. You can't tension it. All the pieces are uncapped. It catches. It just doesn't turn well at all. It feels and looks like really cheap quality as well. We've got some Novelty 3x3s in here, and I really like the Novelty ones. So you've got this one, which is a YJ ball 3x3. And you've got this Diansheng one, which is similar to the YJ ball 3x3, except the balls, they've kind of got like sides on them, if you know what I mean. Got like flat bits on them. Then you've got this one which reminds me of those honey dippers. This is also made by Diansheng. This is really interesting. It's not a brilliant 3x3. But it's not too bad, and it's just a really interesting puzzle. I've got no idea what the brand is. Yeah, when I got this cube, it was like a DIY cube. So you had these sheets, and they were perforated, so you could like punch out these different coloured squares, and then you put them into the cubes, and then you would put a plastic cover over each cube. So it's really interesting, weird 3x3. I'm really interested to know what brand this is. Here's like another Novelty cube. So this one is a 2x2 obviously, and it's got the hearts in it. Really nice 2x2 by the way, so you know, the way it turns and everything, and I think it looks really nice as well. Here is the Edison 2x2, quite rare. The mechanism, it's pretty much the same as like a Rubik's mechanism, so it doesn't turn that great, but I do just love the way it looks. And we've got a little mini Dayan there. I've got this rat 2x2. At first I didn't like the rat stick. At first I didn't like the rat stickers, but they've really grown on me now, and it's quite good. I think this is by Yushin, and it was made before Yushin were famous for speed cubes. It's probably nowhere near as good as their current 2x2 speed cubes, but I think it's still a great 2x2. We've got this one. I can't remember what brand this is, but yeah, it looks quite nice. Let's see. Got another Heshu one there. It's painted. That's why I've got it in a bag. And another Heshu 3x3, which is also painted. It's got more of a modern speed cube look over this one. Got two YJ VV3's there. Really nice feeling buttery 3x3's, which are bigger than average size. We've got two bigger than average sized 3x3's there as well. One is Mofang G or G, and the other one is it by Shengshao? Got an interesting, is it convex or concaved? I think it's concaved. A Diansheng knockoff. Got lots of Dayan cubes in this box as well. Got the very rare mini blue QiYi 3x3. I've wanted to get this for several years now, but it was just so difficult trying to find one. We've got some more novelty cubes there. We've got some heart themed ones. Got another heart themed one. This one, the hearts are very flat, whereas the other one, the hearts stick out. And this is, yeah, it's a bad 2x2, it just doesn't turn that well at all. Again, I think this one's got a Rubik's mechanism, and I think it's bigger than an average sized 2x2. This is, I'm sure this is an average sized 2x2. It's by Lanlan, and you can see the Heshu one is bigger. So even though this turns really badly, I still really like it, just because it's by Heshu and it's extremely rare as well. I do like Heshu a lot, just because one of my first cubes was by Heshu, and this is going to sound stupid, but it was before I knew that Rubik's cubes were a thing in China. So because it was in like Chinese packaging with Chinese writing on it and stuff, it seemed really exotic to me at the time. And I think that was back in like 2009 or something. And I've got the Oldley Atom 2x2, really cool puzzle. Got another mini QiYi 3x3, this one's tiled. Got the Diansheng, I don't know what you'd call this, but it's got like pillowed tiles. I'm guessing you can probably hear that car alarm in the background. It's been going on for ages now. So yeah, lots of Dayan cubes, and I think this is a Guhong knockoff. And you can see we've got the massive Heshu 3x3 there. Really fun novelty cube. I think it's fun to solve, even though it does catch quite a bit sometimes. Got some good old Diansheng 3x3's. These were actually decent speed cubes back in the day. I think, were they called Type D's or something? I think so. Like when these were like classed as really good speed cubes, I think that was back in around 2007. So lots of different sizes of Diansheng 3x3's. I really like the feel of this one. It's weird because it's not a brilliant speed cube, and it's got a very blocky feel, but I do really like the way it feels for some reason. Got a YJ 3x3. Before YJ started coming out with like really popular, good 3x3 speed cubes. This is I think this is the first YJ 3x3. I think is it a VVGU1 or something? And you've got your classic Rubik's cube there, tiled. And you can see we've got another massive 3x3 there by Diansheng, and it's painted like most of my other Diansheng 3x3's, you know, so that's why I keep it in a plastic bag. And that's a modern Diansheng speed cube. This one, I think this is by YJ, and I'm sure I got it from Light Take. And this is extremely rare, and the reason why it's extremely rare is because the plastic, it's skin coloured. These puzzles in a different colour are common, but in this colour they are very rare, and I think some or all of the tiles are coloured differently from the common ones as well. So loads and loads and loads of Dayan 3x3's, all different types and models and stuff. I'm not really sure why I've got that in a plastic bag. And you can see I'm revealing some more big 3x3's. So I've got this one, I think it's by Diansheng, and then you've got this one which is by Heshu. East Sheen 2x2, really poor by today's standards, but would you actually believe this was a good speed cube at one time? You know, it was popular. I think it was like back in the late 2000s, and I think this has a Rubik's mechanism as well. It barely corner cuts or anything. It's crazy to think that back in the day it was classed as a really good speed cube. This is a really cool one. So this is a QiYi copper 3x3, very rare, and I've got it in a plastic bag, you know, because it's a metalized puzzle, so I don't really want the metal to wear away from it. But yeah, that just looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's coated in real copper or whether it's just some kind of metal which is copper coloured, so I don't know if this copper colour will tarnish and discolour over time like real copper. But yeah, I really like this puzzle. And yeah, we've got a couple more big cubes here. This is by Heshu again, so we've got like 3 giant Heshu 3x3's, and you've got this one which lights up. You've got an on-off switch, and you can plug it in by a USB to charge it. I don't think it's fully charged now. No, it's not lighting up. Oops, can't turn it off. Yeah, it's got all these like cool designs on it, if I can get it out. So that's a big Heshu 3x3. So yeah, it's got these nice designs on it. Looks really cool when it's lit up as well. There's your tiled Heshu 3x3. It's quite cool having a big 3x3 which is also tiled. So not many left now. Another Diansheng 3x3 speed cube, kind of modern. I think it's a Gans 356 knockoff. Is it Gan or Gans? I don't know. And you've got another tiled 3x3, another Novelty one there. Keychain, East Sheen 2x2. You got a Rubik's blind cube. So you can solve it in the dark or wearing a blindfold or just with your eyes closed. Weird, interesting Novelty 3x3 where you use this kind of like little spade-like plastic tool to get the tiles off. So you can kind of give it your own colour scheme if you want to. Got this one, crystal assembly cube I think it's called. Yeah, you can do something to the cube with a key. I can't remember what it is. I think it's by Methods. Doesn't turn that well at all, but it's a cool Novelty puzzle. Got some more tiled 3x3's there. I think this is the world's first ever 3x3 speed cube. I think it's by QiYi. Got your good old Edison 3x3. You know, back in the late 2000s, around 2007, these were classed as good 3x3 speed cubes now. And you've got this really cool, interesting Rubik's cube in this packaging. It's aimed at little girls. I think it was a Toys R Us exclusive, and I don't think it was in Toys R Us UK stores. I think it was only in Toys R Us American stores. So it's just a really interesting Rubik's 3x3. You've got like a mirror there, and there's a cube. Just very, very girly. Not many more cubes left. Good old cube twist. Diamond cube. Very, very cool. Very, very rare. Limited edition. Let's try and get this lid off. There it is. Just a really, really nice looking puzzle. You've got some spare tiles in this bag. Get this card if I can get it out. Number 138. So I think this is the 138th one that was made. Let's take the cube out itself. Very heavy, very beautiful looking. Yeah, if you drop this on your toe, it will probably really, really hurt. And, you get and there's a few mini 3x3's down here. I think this is the world's smallest mass-produced 3x3 by Maru. Can't seem to get it to turn with just one finger. There we go. Very cool. So, world's biggest mass-produced 3x3 with the world's smallest mass-produced 3x3. Just a massive difference in scale there. Weed and there's your Diansheng super big 3x3. But kind of looks a little small, I guess, next to the Heshu. Whoops, 3x3. So yeah, so that is my box of 3x3's and 2x2's. Not really sure which box I will show in the next episode, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching.